Welcome back to the Long Island Sound. I'm Steve Yusko, and I have to start today by saying thank you. We're diving back into the incredible response on our segment on Brandi Carlile's SNL performance of her song Church and State. The reaction confirms something very profound. The spirit of protest music is alive and demanding to be heard. I'm generally blown away by the conversation that exploded after we started talking about Church and State. That performance was highly praised for its emotional depth and timely relevance, and clearly struck a nerve. You, the listeners, immediately recognized Carlile's work as a crucial commentary woven into the evening's comedy. Carlile described her music, written on election night in 2024, as a primal cry for self-preservation. That primal cry resonated, and I appreciate everyone who shared their conviction and the value of activism and artistry. And I'm so excited. Election Day just happened here in New York, and I believe the wave of change is on its way. But we have to jump into action. I shared my personal story about the satirical Nice Agents Halloween costumes my wife and I wore. And to the woman and her wife who approached us, I say thank you. Your comment about appreciating us standing up because you feel your rights are being eroded is exactly why this conversation matters. That intimate moment underscored the power of music to provide both solace and provocation. Your continued support and subscriptions are the fuel that let us keep having these important discussions. Let's delve into the list that was provided to me by one of our subscribers, The State of Modern Dissent in Music. Carlile's Church and State drew comparisons to U2's protest rock aesthetics in the work of Neil Young, one of my favorites. The SNL performance, complete with a Bono-style speech, embraced the stadium protest sound. This connection shows a clear lineage in modern protest anthems. Our community reminded us that Brandi Carlile is a consistent force in this space. Her earliest songs like The Joke and Sinners, Saints, and Fools are noted as bangers, as well as Hold Out Your Hand. Let's talk about the contemporary voices in the 21st century. The conversation about Church and State has opened the door to discuss other essential first century protest tracks. Let's talk about hip hop. It's critical. We can't overlook hip hop's dominant role. Kendrick Lamar's All Right became an anthem used at many Black Lives Matter rallies. Similarly, Run the Jewels are often cited for their intense political commentary, with some arguing their entire discography fits the protest category. Mentioning tracks like Close Your Eyes and A Report to the End shook people up. There's also punk rock dissent. For those who appreciate the fiery delivery of Carlile's song, Church and State, the influence of modern punk is clear. Acts like Rise Against, their Prayer of Refugee, and the entire catalog of Against Me were cited as showing up to protest with guitars. Green Day's American Idiot is still recognized as a monumental protest album of this century. Justice Aid's discussion on songs of protest highlighted how central economic issues are to dissent. We should remember James McMurtry's We Can't Make It Here, which was called the best song of the 2000s by influential music writer Robert Christgau. The lyrics starkly capture the income inequality, asking, the billionaires get to pay less tax, the working poor get to fall through the cracks. We should also spotlight Margot Price's Pay Gap, which directly addresses the fact that women are paid less than men for the same work. We also have to look at the legacy of Sam Cooke and his connection. To truly appreciate Carlile's call for change, we must look at the historical touchstones. It's fitting as we discuss the 21st century, Sam Cooke's A Change Is Gonna Come is still making the news. Cooke's composition, inspired by personal struggles against segregation in the civil rights movement, was recently placed at #1 on Rolling Stone's list of the 100 best protest songs of all time in 2025. They got it right that time. This incredible song, which speaks to a long time coming, remains the definitive anthem for seeking societal progress. Since you're tuning into the Long Island Sound, I have to recognize some of the great artists right here who contribute to this vital soundtrack of dissent. Pete Mancini's American Equator album is fantastic, and his song American Equator, you got to check it out. My good friend Mike Nugent and the Blue Moon Band his song Watermarks Are Rising are also great, and you could check out these songs in the link. I'm going to include also a playlist of songs on Spotify. And thanks so much to the subscriber who gave me, I think, a list of 50 songs, which really helps us out here. And although he's not from Long Island, I have to mention Jesse Wells, the folk singer. Go check out his full catalog. From the raw power of Brandi Carlile's anthem to the current political urgency, back to the historical depth of Sam Cooke and the fiery clarity of Run the Jewels, protest music is not declining. It's evolving, and it remains profoundly relevant. I want to hear your comments. I want to know what you think, good or bad. Please comment in the comment section. And I thank you for being so active and such a thoughtful community. I love the music community, wherever you are. You are why we do this. So don't forget to subscribe, leave a review. Let us know in the comments what you think, what contemporary song riles you up and demands to be heard. Well, thanks so much for listening and watching. Be well, be generous with your joy, keep your spirits high, and let the music take you on a journey. Till next time, I'm Steve Yusko. Be well, everyone.